Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another horror DVD Blu-ray update. Got some pretty cool titles to show you guys this time around, but before I get into the pickups, I'm wanting to give a quick shout out to a fellow YouTuber. He's pretty new to the community and he goes by the name of Super Unknown 1978. Big horror fan, especially 80s horror, which is right up my alley. He's a pretty cool guy from the UK, so if you're not subscribed to him, which I don't know why I said that, because he is new and a lot of you probably don't even know about him yet, but I will be leaving his channel link in the description box, so please check him out. He's recently uploaded a pretty in-depth horror Blu-ray collection, which was awesome. His Arrow video collection's pretty amazing, so yeah, definitely check him out. Super Unknown 1978, channel link in the description box. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get on to the update. So as always, DVDs first. Alright, and first up for the DVDs, we have Psycho Beach Party, and I do apologise about the $2 price sticker. I did not remove it yet. But anyway, pick this one up for $2 as you can see from Cash Converters. Cash Converters are a pretty cool second-hand store in Australia. You can buy and sell stuff to them. And all of their DVDs, no matter how new or old, are $2. So, yeah, pick this one up. It's a spoof on 60s surf movies and the slasher genre. Now, I'm not a big fan of spoofs, but I've never seen it before. And for $2, I wanted to check it out and add it to the collection. So, haven't watched it yet. So if anyone has seen this, please let me know what you think of it in the comments. But yeah, that's Psycho Beach Party. Next up we have Don't Answer the Phone, and this is one of the few remaining 80s slasher movies that I needed to pick up. Got a pretty good price on this on local eBay. This is not a very common DVD to find, so glad to finally own this. Haven't watched it yet, but I've heard it's pretty decent, so I'm glad to not get another 80s slasher off the list. And last for the DVDs, we have Body Melt. This is actually a re-release from Umbrella Entertainment. They put this movie out on DVD many years ago, and that particular edition is pretty rare and expensive. But since it's been re-released, you can pick this version up for about $10. So decided to pick it up. I've already seen the movie before, and I'm not a massive fan of it. It's an Australian body horror type movie from the early 90s, and if you've seen movies like Street Trash, it's very similar to that, although not as good. But I'm definitely keen to give this one another go and see if I get into it a little bit more than I did before. But I've got to admit, the main reason for picking this one up is the new custom artwork, which I think looks absolutely amazing. So that is Body Melt from Umbrella Entertainment. Okay, moving on to the Blu-rays. So first up for the Blues, we have the Mutilator from Arrow Video, and this was probably one of my most anticipated releases for many months now, probably going back almost a year, because this was originally meant to come out last September, I believe, and then it kept getting delayed, but I'm glad it finally got a release. In terms of the movie itself, it's not really that good, but the kills in this movie are absolutely fantastic. So, of course, being a massive slasher fan, I had to upgrade this to Blu-ray. I haven't checked it out yet, but I do plan to do so over the next few weeks. When I get a bit of spare time, I'll definitely be putting this one in, because I've heard it's a pretty good release. I'm glad Arrow Video went with the traditional artwork for the slipcover, because I'm not really a massive fan of their alternate artwork under the title Final Break. I'm wanting to give a shout out to RossiBoy19 Ross. We actually did a trade and he sent me this, so Ross, thanks a lot for helping me get this movie and add another awesome Arrow edition into the collection. So that is the Mutilator. I would definitely recommend picking it up on Blu-ray, even though I haven't seen the Blu-ray yet, but it is a pretty fun movie, especially for the kills, and if you're an 80s slasher fan, it's pretty much a no-brainer. Next up we have Howl, which I've been eagerly anticipating. This finally got a local release over here in Australia a couple of weeks ago, so I picked it up. I haven't got around to watching it yet, but from what I've heard it's a good werewolf movie. I do like the sound of the premise. It's set on a train, which is pretty cool. So we'll see how this goes, and hopefully I like it a lot, because it's been a while since I've seen a new werewolf film, so definitely keen to check this one out. Next up we have President's Day, and this has been a slasher film that I've been wanting for many years now, and I'm glad to finally have got around to picking it up. I don't know how long I've had the DVD on my Amazon wishlist, but found this for about $10 on local eBay, and it is the German Blu-ray, and yeah, this movie was really good. I actually heard quite a lot of positive things about it before picking it up, and yeah, I'm glad I finally got around to doing so. For a low budget indie, the acting was really impressive, especially from the main character Barry. It had a pretty good story. It was sort of like a whodunit murder mystery slasher style film, and it centered around a group of high school students who were going through presidential election at the high school, and all the candidates were getting picked off one by one. There were some really awesome kills in this one. There were a few pretty weak off-screen kills, and Sean C. Phillips, aka Cool Dude, was also in this movie as well. But yeah, if you're looking for a good modern, independent, low-budget slasher, I would highly recommend President's Day. It was really good. And next up we have Dead Kids. This is one of the Glass Dolls film's most recent Blu-ray releases. They're a smaller company here in Australia who have just come onto the scene, but so far I'm pretty impressed with what they've released. And as far as I know, this is the first Blu-ray release for this movie worldwide. And it's also known as Strange Behaviour. Now, I have seen this movie once before, and I didn't really get into it. It's very bizarre and weird, but I do definitely plan to give this one another go now that I've picked it up on Blu-ray, obviously, and hopefully I like it a lot more. It's a New Zealand horror movie from the 80s, and it's sort of like a slasher style movie. I'm not really going to go too much into the plot because it is pretty bizarre and weird, but anyway, that's Dead Kids on Blu-ray, and I do really like the cover art on this one. I think it looks pretty cool. And also another Glass Dolls Films Blu-ray purchase. This is their other most recent release, and that is Thirst. This one I'm especially keen to check out because I've never seen it before, and I've heard it's an absolutely fantastic movie. So if you can't tell from the title and the artwork, it's a vampire-themed film, and it's actually a 70s Australian horror vampire movie, which makes me even more excited to check it out because, in my opinion, a lot of the 70s, 80s and early 90s Aussie horror movies are pretty weak, but I have heard this is really good, so hopefully I like it a lot. Next up we have Umbrella Entertainment's most recent Blu-ray release. Well, they've actually released two, but this is one of their most recent ones, and it is the Night of the Living Dead remake. So this is the Tom Savini remake, not the original George A. Romero movie. A lot of you guys know that Twilight Times several years back now released this on Blu-ray, and it went out of print very quickly. That was kind of one of my regrets that I didn't pick it up on Blu-ray because I love this film. But yeah, I'm glad Umbrella Entertainment got the rights to it and put it out. I also absolutely love the custom artwork, and that's how I'm going to display this Blu-ray. I think they've done a really good job on the custom artwork. It actually has reversible artwork, which I'll show you guys now, which has a more classic look to it, which I also like a lot. But I will definitely be using the custom artwork because I do prefer that. But onto the Blu-ray itself, unfortunately I haven't had time to check it out. I've seen the movie several times before, it's awesome. And I've heard the Blu-ray is a pretty solid release. It's a different transfer to the Twilight Times release, and it looks to have some pretty good special features as well. So I'm just glad that Umbrella Entertainment got around to releasing this, because yeah, as I said before, it was one of my regrets not owning this movie on Blu-ray. But this is a hell of a lot cheaper. It's about $15 brand new, so you really can't go wrong with that. So that is Night of the Living Dead remake on Blu-ray. Thank you, Umbrella Entertainment. And last but certainly not least, and to go along with my previous Umbrella Entertainment release, I decided to go ahead and pick up the limited 2-disc collector's edition of Night of the Living Dead. So as you can probably tell from the title, it includes the original movie on Blu-ray plus the remake. The artwork's pretty cool, like one half is black and white and the other half is colour. I really like how they've done that. And the release for Night of the Living Dead is just the same release as Umbrella Entertainment's earlier release of the film, and then of course the remake is their brand new release. So it's pretty cool to have this set. It also has alternate artwork, which is where my disappointment with this particular release comes into play. So originally I picked this one up mostly so I was able to display the custom artwork for the remake, which I've just shown you, plus the custom artwork for the original movie. But unfortunately, the side that the custom artwork for the original movie is on, it doesn't allow me to be able to display it properly on the shelf, because if I was to display it with the custom artwork on the shelf, you'd have the part of the Blu-ray showing that opens up, so you wouldn't be able to see the spine on the shelf. So that kind of annoys me, because it was the main reason why I picked it up, was to display both custom artworks on the shelf. But nevertheless, it's still a pretty solid release, and I do really like the custom artwork as well. So yeah, that's the only downfall to this release. It is limited to 2,300 copies, and I do believe it's still available. Now, in a couple of days' time, I will be having a contest, and I picked up another copy of the 2-disc collector's edition of Night of the Living Dead, and I will be giving that away. So stay on the lookout for my contest video, which should be up in the next couple of days. But yeah, you will have a chance to win a copy of this particular release from Umbrella Entertainment. Anyway, overall, despite my issue with this release, I'm still glad to own it, and it's a nice little set. Alright guys, so that does it for another horror DVD Blu-ray update. Let me know what you think of the titles I have added to my collection in the comments section below. And once again, make sure to head on over and check out Super Unknown 1978. His channel link will be left in the description box below. And once again, Ross, if you're watching this video, thanks a lot for the trade and sending me the Mutilator. I really appreciate it. Anyway guys, that does it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.